How y'all doing? Long time no talk. Welcome to the Tea Factory podcast. Thank you for stopping by and checking out this video. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. We are trying to grow the channel, so if you would subscribe, comment, and like the video, we'll greatly appreciate it. So today we are going to be talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. Love and Marriage Huntsville. So I have been watching Love and Marriage Huntsville since day one. Season 1, episode 1. And I am a Melody supporter, Melody Cherie Rogers. This channel does support Melody. So I have decided that I'm going to review this season because, for one, I am a new channel. So I'm going to be like, Hove, let me reintroduce myself. I'm going to and reintroduce this channel in this on this episode. Well, not episode, but So basically, I started my YouTube channel, or even got into wanting to create a YouTube channel. Backstory is that I took Silva's class. Shout out to Silva. I miss Silva because she's no longer on YouTube. I can't find her. I think she's on Patreon, but she's no longer on YouTube. So that's who was my mentor, or the person who taught me, whose class I took to become a YouTuber. And so I used to always listen to Silva, and how she always was, did the she always reviewed Love and Marriage Huntsville, and did daily shows on her channel. And I wanted to start my channel because I have found that the YouTube streets in the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector is really, really dirty. Like, there are so many YouTubers out there in the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector who were beefing before, who are still beefing, going back and forth, striking each other, doxing each other. I don't want to be in that mess. I am new. I don't have any subscribers. I don't have anything. I'm, getting my feet wet. I'm just coming in. But I wanted to review this show before Melody quit. And then when Melody quit, after Melody quit is when I started my channel. I've been wanting to get my channel started, and I took the class before she quit, but then I ended up just procrastinating and dragging my feet, and I ended up getting my channel up and going after she quit the show. But I still want to review the show because, for one, I feel like there are not a lot of pro Melody channels out there. A lot of the channels out there are, against Mel. And even though Mel's not on the show anymore, I'm still going to review it because at the end of the day, to me, that's Mel's show. Like, regardless if she's on there or not, that's still Melody's baby. That's still her creation. Even though Carlos King says that's his creation, whatever. Mel came to him, okay, with the idea. And even if the idea was to do something around real estate, even if he took that and twisted it and made it to what it is today, I don't care. Like, in my opinion, my own opinion, this is still Melody's baby. So therefore, even though she's gone, even though she freed the Melometers, I'm still going to review this show because I'm going to call these people out on their shit, because they full of shit. They're a bunch of liars and they're a bunch of fakers. So I'm going to continue. Well, not continue. I'm going to start, because I've never, I'm a new channel. I only have 2-3 people subscribed. So this is going to be my first season reviewing it. And I'm going to do the damn thing. Okay. With that being said, so Love and Marriage Huntsville is back. And I saw the trailer. So the trailer, it looks like they're up to their old tricks, okay? They're still lying, conniving, and being fake. So the trailer shows Miss Nell. She's in the kitchen eating something, and she's talking to her husband, Chris, And she says, do you think Martell was wrong or was Marceau wrong? I guess she's referring to the incident where Martell had that one girl that supposedly said that she had an affair with Marceau on his side chick's YouTube channel. Now the thing is, man, there's like so much backstories. Like there's so much backstory in regards to Martell. There's so much backstory in regards to Mel. There's so much backstory in regards to coleslaw. Like who's coleslaw? What is coleslaw? Like what? So much. So I'm hoping that people who come to my channel already, I'm sure they do. Like everybody's gonna know who these people are. I mean, like they've been on OWN for years. But who's Tisha? Who's Marceau? Who is Kimmy? But nevertheless, she's asking him, and he says he thinks that they're both wrong. And I agree with him. They're both wrong. They're both wrong, but I think Martell went a little bit overboard, but they're both wrong. So that was that. I mean, I can't elaborate on, I can only elaborate on a little bit of what they showed us. So then they show us Maurice, Marceau, and Martell sitting down somewhere, and Chris was there too. And they're, it seems like they're talking about the same thing that Miss Nell was talking about. Was Martell wrong for having that side chick on Coleslaw's YouTube, on Ariane's YouTube channel, talking about Marceau? So that's a little tease there. So the next tease, they tease us with Destiny. Destiny is sitting down with Lance, and she's asking him, I didn't know you were having a baby. Why didn't you say you were having a baby? Girl, first of all, what? Like, what? This is some bullshit because it's so fake. Like, that scene right there, y'all, that scene irritated the hell out of me because it's so fake. Destiny had, when this whole thing had broke out about Lance having a baby, she went on her either YouTube or Instagram channel saying that Lance doesn't have a baby, that was his grandchild. And then she also was saying something about they're not even dating. So they're not even dating, y'all. They're not even dating, and she's worried about who he's seeing, who he's talking to, and if he has a baby. So this is a fake storyline. They're trying to make it seem like Lance and Destiny are dating, and he had a baby on her, or he had a baby that she didn't know about. Like, come on. Like, she's come out and said that that she knew, that he didn't have a baby, that's supposed to be his grandchild. And even if he did have a baby, he didn't have a baby on her because they weren't together. She was just messing with him. He never claimed her. She never claimed him. They were just, whatever, but they weren't in a serious committed relationship. Why do they, Carlos, you keep faking these storylines when it comes to Destiny. And then even when she was supposedly, quote unquote, having to sit down with Moses last season, I was pissed that Moses even sat down with her. Like, why you even sit down with this heifer? Like, for what? You don't owe her anything. And she said, if you can't tell, I don't like Destiny, y'all. I do not like Destiny. I can't stand Destiny. And she's so fake and phony. And then these storylines are so fake. So this is why I'm going to be reviewing this show, because I don't care if I don't have no listeners. I'm going to come on here every day and blast their asses, because after every episode, because they're just going to lie. Now that Melody Cherie Rogers is gone, they don't have no storyline. They have nothing to talk about. They're a bunch of losers, and all they're gonna do is be fake and phony and lie about shit, just like Destiny did. That shit pissed me off. I was like, girl, what? And then the audacity that the producers have to put that out there, like those of us who've been watching the show for so long don't know the truth. It's like they're insulting our intelligence. That was just stupid. And then Tisha has an 80s event, whatever. And then she's talking to Miss Wanda at the little scene that they filmed with her, with Miss Wanda out of her food truck, eating the potatoes. The potatoes look like dry and nasty, And then back to Destiny. One of the episode descriptive words that they use is blossoming romance between Destiny and Lance. Cap. Big cap. There is no blossoming romance between those two. That's a fake storyline. They're faking for the show. Okay? And that's what they do. They're actors at this point. This is not reality TV. This is acting. And then they show the women talking to Miss Nell. Kimmy's asking her, "Are you saying that we let our husbands cheat and we turn the other cheek, or we turn a blind eye?" Yes, that's what she's saying, because that's what the rest of us is saying. Okay, we're all saying that. So it's going to be interesting to see. And then Ken and Marquez get into it. I guess Marquez has said that the reason why they're still having divorce is because Tisha lied on the paperwork. It says something about them not having any children or something to that effect. Ken gets upset and gets mad and, charges at Marquez like he's going to fight him, looking like an oversized big old lady, But and he's not, though. He's fit. He has a nice body. But the way he charged on him, like, dude, you too big to trying to charge on Marquez like that. Like, you're going to hurt him. I thought that was, crazy. But whatever. Anyway, so those were the trailers. And we're going to look forward to seeing what lies they're going to tell us this season, because it's all going to be lies, because they don't have a storyline. And if they do create a storyline, it's going to be a fake storyline. And they're going to just be on there selling people BS. And Carlos, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for that storyline of Destiny. Destiny and Lance were not together, not in a committed relationship. Maybe they were messing around just for the show. But I don't even think they were even screwing, okay? They weren't even dealing with each other like that. That's a fake storyline so Destiny can have something. So she's going to bring another man onto the show and be like, well, I don't know you. Why did you do this behind me? Why did you do this behind me? So she's going to have another whole season of acting a victim or being a victim. Girl, that just irritated the hell out of me, child. But we shall see. So y'all tune in to the Tea Factory podcast. We're going to talk about it. We're going to chop it up because we're still going to watch this show. Calling all Melometers. Y'all can come over here. We can watch. We can talk about it. We're not going to have watch parties because I'm not going to do that. We're just going to talk about it because we know that they're full of BS. And there might be other male supporter channels that may go ahead and review this. A lot of them said they're not going to, but I have a feeling a lot of them will. They keep saying they're not going to, but they will. They will. And but this sector is the messy sector. I'm kind of scared to get my feet in because they're messy. And I don't want no problems with nobody, but gonna stand in my own little corner. I'm gonna review this show for the BS that it is. Y'all have a good night. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like this video. And I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.